Levin is a drunk old hag, clinging on to the last scraps of relevance by vomiting out hate for Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. She calls herself a royal expert, but her expertise is nothing more than slurring out secondhand gossip, while drinking a glass of boxed wine and sweating on the desk beside her. She looks like she's been pickled in gin. Bloated, sour, eyes glazed, and yet we're supposed to take her reporting seriously? She's a walking cautionary tale. This is what happens when your entire life is built on lies and booze. Her books, worthless. Her commentary, sloppy, drunken drivel. She latches onto Camilla like a desperate leech, while spitting out venom against Meghan, because Meghan represents everything she can't be. Successful, admired, beautiful, young, and globally relevant. Angela is jealous to her core, and it seeps out of every crooked smile and every slurred rant. No one, and I mean no one in serious journalism, respects her. She's a tabloid carcass, a sloppy drunk wheeled out whenever a producer needs to bash Meghan. Without Harry and Meghan, she's nothing. Just another bitter has-been, drinking herself to sleep. Angela Levin is not credible. She's not respected. She's a sloppy, bitter, drunk fraud. And the only thing keeping her name alive is Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Without Meghan, Angela would be slumped over on the bar at a pub.
Permission of the UK government and his wife. Right, okay, I mean, yeah, he's got to ask permission of his wife for everything, hasn't he? Why has he got to ask the UK government permission to go to Kiev? I know it's a war zone, but I mean, if I booked a flight tomorrow to go, from Malaga or Madrid to Kiev, if they do it, do I have to ask the UK government for permission? If any of you were to go to Kiev, would you have to ask the UK government for permission?
How do stupid people get on in the world? Yes, Harry checked with Meghan before going to Kiev. But you tried to turn that into a cheap jab, like he's some weak man under control. That's a man respecting his wife before walking into a war zone. The fact that you mock that says everything. You have a lack of basic understanding of what a marriage even is. And yes, he had to clear it with the UK government. That's protocol for someone in his position. He's a high-risk target. There are real threats against him. You are not him. You don't need permission from the UK government. Nobody cares where you go. Nobody cares about you. And then you reached for the laziest lie. Harry only wants money, palace, and titles. He dropped £500,000 of his own money to children wounded in Ukraine and Gaza. He also personally donated over $1 million to children in need. He funds it himself. Can't say that about your precious royals, because they use tax-funded money. And titles? He was born a prince. He will die a prince. And the palaces, he doesn't need them. He owns a sprawling estate in Montecito worth millions. A home he owns outright, with the life he built for his family. He doesn't need a palace, because he has something worth even more. He has freedom and privacy. And in case your little mind can't understand what that privacy means, it means he gets to control what people see, what the press consumes. And then there's you, spewing garbage and hiding behind "I might be full of shit." Finally, something true, because everything you've said was exactly that, shit. You look desperate, you sound stupid, and every word that falls out of your mouth just makes you sound more ignorant. Harry went to Ukraine. He stood with wounded troops. He wrote checks from his own bank account. He put his own safety and reputation on the line. Meanwhile, William stayed hidden, playing dress-up in castles. One is a man of action, the other is a placeholder, but you still attack the one who showed up. That makes you look pathetic, ignorant, and stupid. Prince Harry traveled to Kyiv this week to meet with wounded Ukrainian veterans and their families. And his message was simple but powerful. Healing isn't just about the body, it's about the mind and heart. He urged veterans to open up to their families, their friends, to talk about their pain instead of keeping it inside. He acknowledged that there will be days when they feel lost, days when they feel they lack purpose, but reminded them, even in the darkest moments, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. Ukraine has more than 150,000 service members who have been seriously wounded since the war began. And the scale of trauma is staggering. Prince Harry's visit, shined a light on the importance of not only rehabilitation and prosthetics, but also mental health support. He stressed that the burden of war doesn't just fall on the soldiers, but on their families too. Wives, parents, and children carry invisible wounds of their own. And by encouraging open conversations, veterans give permission for loved ones to share their struggles as well. Through the Invictus Games Foundation, Prince Harry promised long-term support for Ukrainian veterans. His message underscored a truth often overlooked. Resilience is not built in isolation. It's built in community, in family, in knowing you don't have to face the darkness alone. Just laid it all out with receipts, and y'all need to pay attention. She was put on Charlie Kirk's so-called professor watch list. But let's call it what it really is. A digital hit list. A tool designed to unleash mobs of harassment on academics who dared to challenge white supremacy, gun culture, and Christian nationalism. The moment her name went up, her inbox and voicemail were flooded. White men calling her every slur imaginable, threatening violence, demanding she be fired. The harassment was so intense that campus security had to offer her an escort, just in case Kirk's online soldiers decided to crawl out of the basement and act on those threats. And she's not alone. Dozens of professors, especially Black, queer, and women faculty, faced the same intimidation. Some lost jobs. Some left academia entirely. That's the culture of violence Charlie Kirk built. He didn't just normalize it, he curated it, monetized it, and sicked it on anyone who punctured his lies. And now, in the wake of his death, the hypocrisy is in full display. The same man who spent years demonizing LGBTQ people, mocking gun survivors, spewing racism at Black communities, and pushing policies that literally cut lives short, is suddenly being painted as a civil debater, a community servant. What Stacey Patton said is exactly right. The same violence he unleashed on others has come full circle. And yet, watching a bipartisan wave of grief sweep over this hateful racist as if he was some neutral public figure is simply revolting. Because the truth is simple. Kirk wasn't a servant of the people. He was an recently fired Matthew Dowd. Because of his comments about Charlie Kirk's death, MSNBC, I have lost all respect for you. Dowd went on air and pointed out something that many people already knew. Charlie Kirk built his career on being divisive, spreading hate, and targeting vulnerable groups. Dowd said, hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, and hateful words can lead to hateful actions. He was making a point about the climate of rhetoric in this country. He wasn't blaming Kirk for being shot. Whatever happened to free speech? Whatever happened to honest journalism? Commentary should be allowed to explore the environment that produced this kind of violence. MSNBC's job is to foster this kind of conversation. The difficult ones, not silence them. Instead of giving Dowd room to clarify, they fired him. That tells every journalist and every commentator to self-censor, to avoid saying anything that challenges audiences or advertisers. This is no longer journalism. The network president rushed out an apology. Dowd himself apologized. And the firing was unnecessary and wrong. It shows that MSNBC is more worried about the backlash optics than about truth and consistency. They'll tolerate all kinds of sharp takes from pundits in other contexts, but when right-wing yells loud enough, suddenly they fold. That kind of double standard destroys credibility. If MSNBC wanted to handle this responsibly, they could have had Dowd back to clarify. They could have explained their editorial standard. They could have admitted his phasing may have been poorly timed while still defending their larger point. But they didn't. They chose the easy way out. So what's the lesson here? When networks like MSNBC fire analysts for raising uncomfortable truths, they contribute to the chilling effect that already plagues journalism. People will bite their tongues, avoid calling out rhetoric that fuels hate, and the public will be left behind with sanitized conversations that never touch the root of the real issues. That's not what the free press is supposed to be. MSNBC has failed time and time again. They silence instead of leading. And the cost isn't just Matthew Dowd's job. It's the credibility of the network.
Who are you calling that?
5745. I'm almost done. 574. Hey, what, you record me again?
Yes.
Gosh darn it.
But you're not saying that thing.
Saying what?
The one you were just
What did I
saying.
just say?
The craziness.
Craziness. Who says craziness for you?
You do.
Oh, no, not me. I'm the nicest guy you ever met. Why do you laugh?
If I can tell people some stuff here.
Yeah, you would tell them how loving and caring I am, and that's all there is to tell.
And that's all. That's all I need to tell them.
Nice try, though.
And tell them how
try to
mean
make
you
me
really
seem like
is. How mean you really is.
Yeah,
Tell them how mean you really is.
Something about cabinets? What?
Say how mean you really is.
Cabinets?
Say how mean you really is.
I'm gonna drop the cabinet on.
Yes, to say how mean you really is. Crazy.
But it's true. Baby making cabinets.
Oh,
Oh, I thought they made the babies in the cabinet. I'm so confused.
who does that?
I don't know. I never heard of it. But I do know one thing though. The vendor biter is complete.
You do?
Yeah.
And that's what you know, huh? I know that too.
You know it too.
Hello, my people. Lady Rosie here. How y'all doing? All my new subscribers, you're welcome. And my returning subscribers, you all know I love you. I just wanted to stop by to talk a little bit about His Royal Highness Prince Harry of Windsor. You know, what I do always tell y'all guys here, what the French people say, seuls les imbéciles ne changent pas. Les imbéciles ne changent pas. But guess what? This tabloid lady, she came out here. She got the spare book behind her in her office. She's doing good. So which tells you she ain't on no embassy. She changed sides. She saw the truth. And she saw the truth in Prince Harry. She saw what Prince Harry is doing. And that woman is somebody's mother. She was like, that hate is just too much. We sat down here spewing the hate left and right and everything. It ain't going nowhere. I'm going to go support this kid. Because the kid is actually doing the Lord's work out here. That's how mothers, aunties, uncles, everybody else, brothers, sisters, that's how we should be behaving out here. Take sides with the truth. Show your children, your descendants, your nephews and nieces, show them the truth. Do not dwell in lies like all those heinous white supremacists. You know what is coming for them? Their own unaliving them nowadays out here.
In 1 mile, turn right to merge onto I-225 south.
The lies that these people have gone around, the comparison that they are trying to put, there is no parallel in anything that those people do actually put themselves into. You cannot compare Prince Harry with Prince Bully. Bully is work shy exactly as his ex, Mick Mambolina. Those people can't work. They are too lazy people. You know, Queen Lazy called Mick Mambo work shy. But guess what? She did not look close to her own nose, her own blood, her own grandbaby, who is actually relatively work shy as Mambolina. It's easy to say stuff about other people's kids than look at your own. The only working person in that family there is actually His Royal Highness Prince Harry. The rest of all those people there don't work. And the other one who used to work really hard is this lady who just passed away. What's her name? This Duchess of Kent. The Kent lady. She was doing all the good stuff out here for people. Those were the only two working people. The rest of all those people there don't do anything. They take this new, this Wessex girl, this Ford Fiesta. They just take her and put her, flow her out here just to pin her, I guess, make mambos. just to show make members, well, you are worthless.
Go past this light. Then at the next one, turn right.
This Edinburgh and make Edinburgh, Wessex do all the work for us. And that's why they do send that Wessex in all like dangerous places. Because guess what? They don't care about Wessex. They don't care about no Ford Fiesta. And Ford Fiesta can't do no damn work either. She's a mean person. She came and said all kind of stuff about Princess Diana here. And she came and compared herself to Princess Diana. What else y'all want to hear from these people? A bunch of lunatics, a bunch of lazy people, a bunch of people who do nothing for people but they're expecting more from taxpayers. And the bad thing about them taxpayers, they're brainwashed. You know? That's all they know. Some of them came out here compared that monarchy to the kingdom of the Lord. They compared that monarchy to paradise, God's home. That's how ignorant these people really are. That's why they are right now here just on those food banks. That's why they're bitter. They're so bitter that they don't even know how to control themselves. And I'm telling you, all these tabloids, give them a few more years, they are going to turn towards us. They are going to join the squad. They are going to become prominent members of such a squad. Yes, the department that I belong
At the light, use the right lane to merge onto I-225 South.
They want to start coming one by one. This lady here, I don't know. I don't really try to kind of remember most of their names because, you know, sometimes when I despise people, I don't try to learn lots of stuff about them. You know? When I do not like some people, I just don't waste my time and learn about them. But right now here, she's kind of doing good. I hope she stays like that. Because those people flip-flops. Like a Chinese slippers. They flip-flop. They can flip-flop.
In about 8.5 miles, keep left onto I-25 South toward Colos PGS.
Yeah, I'm going to need to focus on my driving because I tell you, I'm going to need to focus. Okay? I'll talk to y'all guys again later. So let's pray for them heinous tabloids to turn towards us, to come and join the real train that's going to take them straight to heaven. They need to stop that stupid hate from nonsense white supremacists inbred blood. I love y'all guys. Please subscribe to Notorious JTB YouTube channel. And also follow the Notorious JTB on TikTok and also on Instagram. Look for the Night of Success also belong to him. And also the Notorious JTB _ 2.0. Okay? Yes. So let's follow the brother and let's subscribe to his YouTube channel so we could get some big numbers around here. You know, he can shut these people up. He can shut them up. Yeah, he does it really good, better than anybody out here. Okay? So let's do that. I love you. I'll talk to you all guys again tomorrow. Bye for now.